Today, we're reviewing the DUSK, a hybrid IEM collaboration between Moondrop and Crinacle. The front of the packaging maintains Moondrop's signature artwork style, with a Pro Studio badge on the bottom left hinting at its professional-grade positioning. Inside, the layout is identical to the Blessing 3, and his was included in the box. In addition to the standard stock cable, DUSK comes with a DSP-enabled cable offering 5 Crinacle curated EQ presets, one of its standout features. As for the earphones themselves, they use the same design concept as Moondrop's flagship, the Solus. The shield-shaped carbon fiber faceplate is both understated and premium in feel, while the fully transparent shield gives a clear view of the internal components. Comfort-wise, the fit is quite comfortable and ergonomic. The DUSK delivers excellent treble reproduction with a smooth roll-off and no harshness or abrupt tightness. Treble resolution is commendable, with string instruments sounding clear and naturally defined. The treble density is outstanding, though imaging cohesion feels slightly diffuse, giving it a soft and spacious quality. The rise in the upper mid-range is steady and smooth, with no sense of restraint. Harmonics are presented well, with a decent airiness in instruments. The tonality is natural, though the transparency could be slightly improved. Overall, the DUSK treble tonality is highly accurate, making it a perfect choice for enjoying small-scale chamber music with a focus on string instruments. The mid-range and low-frequency instruments are accurately placed, with well-proportioned vocal sizes. The mid-range detail is excellent, with clear imaging for both vocals and instruments, capturing nuances like vibrato and subtle details with ease. The separation is also quite good, and the mid-range density is strong, and the imaging has a solid, cohesive feel with just a touch of delicacy and refinement. The throat voice is well-centered, with no particular bias toward different vocal types, allowing for a natural and accurate reproduction. The chest resonance is slightly emphasized, and the breathy tones are well expressed, bringing out the emotional delivery of the vocals beautifully. Sibilance is somewhat noticeable, but is well controlled, avoiding any harsh or sharp sounds. The high notes in the vocals are smooth and gentle, though they could use a bit more clarity and sparkle for extra depth. The low-frequency response of the DUSK is somewhat restrained, with a moderate level of low-end presence. The resolution of low frequencies is fairly average, and the instrument imaging lacks some cohesion, especially with the bass and kick drum blending together in the background. The density of the low end is decent, but it could benefit from more fullness. The impact of the kick drum is quite prominent, but the rebound is quick, giving the sound a cleaner, less atmospheric feel. The sub-bass response and throat impact are not particularly strong, with the ultra-low frequencies having a slightly excessive reverb that provides a sense of surround and wraparound despite the cleaner mid-bass. The DUSK offers a fairly wide horizontal soundstage, with a noticeable sense of depth in the vertical dimension as well. Overall, the soundstage is well-rounded and organized, presenting a close field experience with a bit of spatial separation. The sound separation is fairly average, but the localization and placement of the sounds are quite good, providing a clear sense of directionality. Analyzing the frequency response curve, the DUSK shows a slight gain in the ultra-low frequency range, which enhances the sense of surround and envelopment. The curve starts to rise around 200 Hz, with the high bass remaining clean and flat. The mid-range starts to elevate at 800 Hz, with a slight boost in the mid-bass region that brings more thickness to the low-mid instruments and vocals. The 3 kHz peak of 9 dB provides a standard and neutral representation. High mids begin to roll off smoothly after 5,500 Hz, maintaining clarity in the vocal airiness and brightness, but with a gentle taper. Overall, the DUSK offers a very balanced and neutral sound signature, with slight boosts in the extreme low end and upper mids, making it a reference level in-ear monitor. After using the DUSK DSP cable, the initial tuning further reduces the mid-high frequencies, making the sound more laid back, softer, and slower. The DUSK Harmon and DUSK V modes both emphasize the extremes, but the Harmon mode boosts the highs more, while the V mode emphasizes the bass more. The bass mode speaks for itself, adding more low-end presence. The diffusion mode is quite interesting as it significantly enlarges the soundstage and reduces its sharpness. However, I personally feel that cutting off the bass boost in the Harmon mode might help expand the soundstage even more. When compared with 2 other models in the same price range from the same brand, the DUSK's low and high frequencies are nicely positioned between the Blessing 3 and Meteor. The mid-range is more contained, and overall the sound is the most balanced and natural. If you prefer a brighter and more delicate sound, the Blessing 3 would be the way to go. If you want a thicker, warmer sound, the Meteor is your choice. Personally, among these 3, DUSK is my favorite. In fact, among all the models currently on sale from Moondrop, DUSK, aside from the Land, is the one I like the most. Its balanced, clean sound with a touch of richness is very easy on the ears and stands up to detailed listening. The included DSP cable also adds a lot of fun and versatility. If I had to nitpick, the overall resolution and detail might fall just slightly behind the top competitors in this price range. But if you're new to the world of audio and haven't yet figured out your preferences, or if you just want a more balanced and listenable sound, I believe this model is a highly recommended option at this price point.